Yeah, I'm not liking the mage. To be honest, the mage is pretty bad. Alright, everyone. Welcome back. Let's get back into it. Now, as I was saying before the last episode ended, if you leave now, you're gonna put yourself in a whole world of hurt. You're not gonna be able to investigate anything. If you leave it to the cops, right, and the cops don't believe you at first, and they lock you up, I promise you. Well, this is what I can't make that promise, but this is what I believe. I believe that eventually, what's that guy's name? Declan? Declan. I believe eventually Declan will see that I'm telling the truth. Because he also understood what happened with the report on the mine. So I believe he will understand that I'm telling the truth. And he will eventually help me out. Then I'll have Anna on my side as well. And I already know I got Bug on my side. So the only one that I'd be missing is this guy, Ethan. Because I didn't apologize to him. So, but yeah. So I am going to call the cops.
But not that phone. Use one of the landlines here and don't leave your name.
You remember I'm a journalist, right? I know how to keep things confidential.
Man, who you?
Also, I think whoever did this might be linked to Nick's accident.
This is about Nick? The crash?
I'm going to the crash site to confirm my suspicions.
I'm going with you.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
You trusted me before. It's only fair I do the same for you. I'll call the cops from here so they can't track us.
All right.
But didn't you? Whatever, you know. I mean, yeah, call the cops and let's go. You can't be serious right now. So, I'm curious though as to how she got in. And she said, you don't want Walter to find the body come Monday. But, so what are you doing coming in here on the weekend? Like, I don't know.
Here we are.
It barely looks like anything happened.
It's been a week, but we'll find something. I know we will.
And listen, Sam.
Is it okay if I stay here? I don't think I'm ready to...
Sure. I doubt I'll be good company anyway.
You mean you're over-focused to the point of non-reactive thing? I remember. Especially how you always end up being right, somehow. I hope. I don't know what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, me neither.
I tell you what you better not be hoping for. You better not be hoping that I come back with that wedding ring again, because after what you did to me last time, yeah, that's pretty much not happening again. You understand? You do understand that, right, Sam? If that choice comes up, I'm not letting you do it, because if it didn't happen the first time, it obviously wasn't meant to be. Oh, this is so...
Nick, I'll get to the bottom of this.
This is so staged.
First, gather the clues. Cold, hard, plain facts. That's the only way I'll know what really happened.
This is so staged. I could tell from there. Wait. Where's the accident again? Where's the accident? Oh, it was right here? What? Oh, a car part.
Debris from Nick's car. The police didn't clean up very well.
Which means the police could be behind it.
The car went up like kindling. It was pretty intense, judging the damages to the area.
What do you mean? It doesn't look like any... Okay, so maybe this rock would have prevented the fire from spreading that way. A river would have prevented it from going any further than this. But you're telling me that that fire got all the way over here and didn't burn any of this. It didn't burn this tree. It didn't burn any of that. It didn't at least burn up to the road? Come on now. Second tree. Oh, I'm sorry. That didn't say second tree. What did that say? Scorched tree. So what does the scorched tree have to do?
The bark got badly burnt. Must be where Nick crashed.
Right. There must be another clue somewhere because my brain is still red and not blue.
Debris from Nick's car. The police didn't clean up very well.
So Nick was following something or someone that had enough pull to take that man's life. Is there any... Where on the street, I wonder, did his truck go off the road at? Must have been over here. Yeah, because these signs are down.
Two of the road signs were torn out. Did Nick's car do that?
I don't see how it would do that. Piece of wood.
That piece of wood must be from one of the damaged road signs. No skid marks, no trace of sudden braking.
So then you know it wasn't an animal in the street, because there would have been skid marks. And this?
The tire tracks clearly show where Nick's car went off the road.
Okay.
These road signs are intact. Not a scratch on them.
Are you serious? Are you looking at the same road sign I'm looking at? There's scuff marks and stuff all over that sign. Anything else? Anything else?
The fire shouldn't have been able to spread that far.
What? I must be insane. Why wouldn't a fire be able to spread up here when it has all this grass to carry it? Why wouldn't it have been able to spread all the way up here? Yeah, my understanding of forest fires is jaded then. So, what else? What else would I look for? Does that say... Oh, turn. There's nothing else to look at, I don't think.
That piece of wood must be from one of the damaged road signs.
So, maybe there's something down here that I need to look at. Let me go as... Well, I guess I can't leave town. Alright, so... Wait a minute, I thought I saw something just now. With these angles, it's hard to pinpoint what you actually can look at. I can't have everything because... Yeah, I can't press right bumper to draw my conclusion. So there's gotta be something else. It's not that. I mean, there are homes back there, looks like. The scorched tree. Maybe. Like, there ain't no Batman detective radar that I can see where clues might be.
Maybe Nick tried to avoid this log. It's a bit far from the road.
Unless there's evidence that this log was moved here. Is there evidence that the log was moved here? Okay, so he was coming from up here.
An animal came through here. Maybe that's what surprised Nick. But the tracks don't reach the road.
Yeah, I highly doubt. If there are no skid marks, I highly doubt there was an animal that caused him to go off the road. But what then? I'm only able to go so far. I mean, you look annoyed, Sam, but you won't even be like, well, you know what? Maybe I should look over here and see if there's anything left this way. Okay, so you said it looked like you tried to avoid this log. There are animal footprints over here. So an animal went somewhere. Maybe I go further up. Sound like I heard a car go by just now. Okay, here we go.
A fuel stain. From Nick's car? Was it leaking fuel?
So maybe the brake line was cut?
Nick took this turn every day. It shouldn't have surprised him.
Alright, my brain is blue, so I have all the clues.
That's all the information I need. Time to put everything together.
Let's go into my brain and find out what happened to my best backstabbing friend. Alright. Well, he did it much...
The report states Nick was driving under the influence of alcohol. He was startled by an animal. And drove through a road sign before crashing into a tree.
But that doesn't add up.
Things don't add up.
So let's do the math.
I need to find out what really happened.
Alright, I have a feeling that this is going to determine a lot of things. So I need to guess right here. So, car and fuel. What does it mean not linked? Okay, let's go with Nick. He was not drunk. I'm gonna go on the limb and say he could be conscious, but if he was unconscious, he wouldn't have made it that far if he was unconscious. I don't think he'd have made it this far. Like, his truck would have went off the road a lot sooner. I don't think the animal in the road was a factor at all. Actually, yeah, the animal was not the factor. I think the log might have been what did it. And it probably, the car hitting it would have been enough to... No, because only 2 signs were knocked down. This knocks down 3. Wait a minute. Does it knock down a different amount every time? Let me see. Yeah, it has a different outcome every crash. What's up with that? No, it doesn't. So that can't be it. It can't be the log. If it's not the log, then it has to be nothing. Okay, hold on. Let me. If there was nothing there. Okay, wait. Maybe there was an animal there. But well, he said that the tracks never reached the road, so it couldn't have been an animal. It couldn't have been an animal because the tracks never reached the road. So I'm gonna say Nick was conscious. Let's go with this outcome. He was conscious. And the car was leaking fuel. So show me what that looks like. Okay, if he was conscious and the car was leaking fuel, then nothing happens. But let's say the log was in the street. He would have just avoided it. And there wouldn't have been a crash. And if he was conscious and it was leaking fuel, and an animal was in the street, then what would happen? Nothing. So that concludes that he could not have been conscious in this truck. Now I don't know how. Well, actually, they could have had the truck waiting at the top of the hill, and then after they knocked him out, put him in it. Oh, that is cool how it dematerializes as he walks through it. But they must have put him in the truck while he was unconscious. And apparently with leaking fuel, it caught on fire? Wait a minute. What if he was conscious and his truck caught on fire? He would have gotten out. He would have gotten out, rolled on the ground, crawled away. So, based on the evidence we have, we know the animal is not the cause. I think the tree log is the cause. But what if he was unconscious when the car caught on fire? What happens then? Okay. So maybe the log is also a red herring. Because my thought process now, let's say none. My thought process now is that he wasn't leaking oil. Someone like put oil in his car to set it up to catch on fire. So if it caught on fire, it knocks down those 2 signs and hits the tree. And that is why it didn't burn up a lot of stuff. So he was not conscious, and his truck was on fire before it went off the road. There was no obstacle in the way. And the truck goes over here, knocks down 2 of the signs, just like what happens in reality. And then it hits the tree, just like the truck hit. Okay, so I believe we've come to the conclusion. Based on all the evidence, I think we've come to the right conclusion.
Only one simulation fits
Right.
the evidence. The police report was wrong.
Right. That's pretty cool how you gotta get the evidence and piece together everything that could have possibly happened. So they kind of give you the outcome and tell you to piece the evidence together to fit it. So let's see. He was unconscious and someone came along. Yeah, that's the outcome I thought of too. First of all, you wouldn't have been able to throw the match like that, I don't think. I don't think the fire would have stayed on it. But the truck was on fire. There's no way he could have. He would have been conscious during that. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Which leads me to one thing. We got some dirty cops in this town. We got some dirty cops in this town.
I thought you quit.
I did. So,
Put it out. I'm about to say. What's wrong with you?
Nick, he was murdered. I'm sorry, the police report was clearly wrong. Anna?
here, just...
Joe, it's Sam.
Where's Anna? Is she okay?
Yeah, she's right here. She's just a bit busy.
I need her to come back immediately. There's been a break-in at her place.
What? Are you alright? What happened?
I wasn't there when it happened. Just arrived. Called the police, then called my daughter.
We're on our way. Someone broke into your house.
They're looking for evidence that Nick was investigating. So it's not over. They don't have whatever it was Nick has on them. But the question is, there's in this small town, who would do something so heinous, something so evil, something so detestable?
Okay, so, about Dad. Don't tell him what we found. Please. It'd just worry him for no reason.
How are you holding up? After finding out what we found out.
I'm guessing about as well as you. Not great. Let me go calm my father down. I'm pretty sure he's ready to call the National Guard.
Anna,
Maybe give her a few moments with Joe.
Man, who
before
is
barge
you?
in.
Also, take a few moments for yourself as well. You used to live here, and now some other guy, Nick, of all people, was living here. With her. Things are different. She's different. You're different.
I'm over it, bro. I am over it.
I think I can handle this. Hopefully. Keep in mind, Sam, no matter how much you want to, you can never go home again.
Why not? Like, this isn't my house where I was born at. So, interesting things have happened so far. We noted the police are probably back in town, looking at Dennis's body, figuring out what happened. Hopefully they don't go to my hotel and find the shirt full of blood and link everything to me. But, it appears that whoever killed Nick is not finished yet, because apparently Nick did more than just investigate these people. Nick actually found something incriminating. And whoever it was incriminating did not want it to get out. So they made sure to shut him up. They made sure to shut Dennis up. And obviously, they stole his laptop after killing Dennis. And they can't find whatever they were looking for on his laptop. So they broke into his home, of course, where Anna's staying. I guess to get that information there. And the reason I say there's some dirty cops involved is because there's no way in the world that you, as a police officer, would look at all that evidence and say that this man was drunk, saw an animal, swerved off the road, hit a tree, and the car caught a flame. Like, there's no way you can't. I mean, according to what we discovered, the fire started in the back of the truck first. So there's no way they wouldn't have been able to figure this stuff out. So somebody, Best, the chief of police, had to know something fishy was up with this crash. And they're either scared of whoever's behind it, or they're in league with whoever's behind it. It's one or the other. But as of right now, all we know is Nick was murdered. It's been confirmed this man was murdered, as well as Dennis. So, in the next episode, we will continue on to find out exactly what happens here, and hopefully we don't get ourselves killed in the process. But until then, you all know what to do. Stay off the alcohol. I mean, just before I go, imagine if he was blacked out drunk and actually made it to the meeting point on time. One of two things would have happened. Either the person would have seen how drunk he was and pinned the murder on him, and he'd be locked up for the rest of his life. Or they would have just shot and killed him too. And the last thing he'd have known was, remembered was falling asleep at the bar and then waking up at judgment. So, again, until next time, stay off the alcoholic beverages and stay blessed.